We're back from spring break. We got our 3-round mock draft in store for you today. Just using the Steelers, not everybody, because
that'd be way too much.
That'd be a 3-hour-long episode. But yeah, we're gonna go over some quick news from the Steelers here. Kind of what they did from last episode. They signed some smaller role kind of players, and we'll go from there. But how was your spring break, Amere? How was that?
Oh, it was pretty good. Took the girlfriend to Philly. It was a nice little getaway.
Did you have a Philly cheesesteak?
We did. I mean, I've had tons of them, but she wanted to try one, so I was like, yeah, let's just go.
Yeah. Me, I kind of just stayed home. Went to the driving range a couple times.
There you go.
The RMU bubble range. Maybe one of the only functioning things here, maybe. I don't know. That was pretty good. Get back into the golf club, and I guess it's officially spring now. So even though it was like 30 degrees yesterday, so
it was snowing.
Yeah.
It was flurrying for a little bit, but I was like, yeah.
We had some hail at one point.
That's Western PA for you.
Get all that crap thrown at me. But yeah, back to the Steelers. Off of the what's it called? Spring break talk. Brought in some newer guys here. I don't know if you remember this, the Brock Hoffman thing. It was reported, honestly, 2 or 3 weeks ago that he signed with the Steelers, and he was like, I didn't do that. The guy deleted the tweet, and now he's actually signed with the Steelers. So
I don't remember seeing that.
Really?
I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah, it was posted, and then someone retracted their tweet, and then finally it's come to fruition. Don't know too much about Brock Hoffman, but makes you feel a little bit better about losing Sam Alou. I still think that could be somewhere to look in the draft here. So we'll see with that. We got Jack Driscoll, tackle.
Heard the name.
Haven't heard it too much. But just sure, Broderick's supposed to get some spinal fusion surgery, so
I don't want to see Dylan Cook out there that much anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know. People have faith in him. I don't know. I still think he's going to earn a spot, especially with Broderick being out. And then the last one, Travis Homer. It's kind of a running back from the Bears and the Seahawks with special teams, kick return, punt returner.
I don't think he'll get that much time, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he might if Caleb Johnson gets traded.
That's the thing. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about what his role is going to be with them bringing in another running back, but I don't know. That's just a whole mind-boggling situation. I don't know what the Steelers' issue with Johnson is, but they obviously spent a
third-round pick.
They got
to figure something out. Yeah,
get value. Shoot.
Agreed. I'm curious what their plan is there, if they have one at all, honestly. But we're looking at some. We're getting close to the draft. We're about a month away in Pittsburgh. I don't know if I'm gonna be risky enough to get onto the city with an extra 500 to 700,000 people down there.
Yeah, honestly, I want to go, and I think I might go. I might go to night one because I got to head back to Maryland over that weekend. But
yeah, I have class until 9 on Thursdays. So
oh snap!
I just won't go in general. So
go to day 3. Day 3,
nah.
all the garbage time guys. No one's really gonna be out there.
Yeah, I'd rather just do my own thing and it's in the TV on the background. See who they pick.
Honestly, the only reason why I wanted to go, it's kind of like not once in a lifetime, but I wasn't old enough to just, go to Philly when they had it there. So I'm like, all right, might as well just go to experience it, see what it's all about.
That's fair.
So, and I also just heard a whole bunch of speakers talking about some of the plans they had for it, and I'm intrigued. I kind of want to see what they got going on.
Why? What do they got going on?
So they're going to have 2 different, it's going to be all over the city.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have places in South Side, all the different Pittsburgh neighborhoods, the Strip, Point, Market Square, North Shore. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool thing for the city. But it brings its own kind of unique challenges because no other draft has had rivers in between it.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting.
See if anybody falls into the river or something.
Oh, there's probably going to be some of those people.
Too drunk to walk straight and then they fall off some sort of bridge. It's possible.
It's Pittsburgh.
Yeah. But now now we're on the actual draft stuff, the players. Some ideal draft fits. For me, position-wise, top fits it's still going to be receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking linebacker and guard. Those are our top 3 needs or fits that I think they're going to address here. in this upper rounds here.
And I honestly think we had the same guys here. I also added D tackle, and I know they got Sebastian Day, but still wouldn't hurt to get some depth down there.
Yeah,
tackles, but had a few guys I was also looking at potentially for D tackle. I know Caleb Banks. I think he broke his ankle or something like that. He got hurt, so he's probably
the nose tackle.
Yeah, from Florida. He's probably gonna slide.
He has an ankle injury,
so that's brutal.
Yeah, we'll go by position. Receiver, early first round receivers. It's probably gonna be Mekhi Lemon at a USC. You know, that slot build. He ran a 4.48 as pro day, so not too bad. His running form's a little interesting.
He's just interesting in general.
Yeah, I like Tyson as a separator.
I like Casey Concepcion. I think he'll be nice.
He might fall around too.
I haven't seen that, but also I think his name is Omar Cooper Jr. He's been flying up, so that could be a guy to watch for the Steelers as well.
And I also like. I think I saw they brought in Jeremy Bernard on a top 30 visit from Bama. But yeah, some of these guys, so pretty much just like slot guys, route runners. Lemon, Tyson, Cooper, and Conception, I say in round 1. Round 2 is probably Bernard, Bryce Lance, I guess, Zachariah Branch, Burks. That's probably it.
Honestly, Branch, I wouldn't even mind getting him.
He's little, man.
He's little, but we had freaking Calvin Austin.
I like Ted Hurst late if we can get him. I heard people say Walmart version of George Pickens. I'll take that.
I don't know how to feel about that. The Walmart version of George Pickens.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he doesn't have the anger problems. So
I don't really think he had anger problems. I just think he was just
a diva. I don't know. Selfish.
You said it.
Diva, selfish, whole 9 yards. But that's kind of the receiver fits. I don't see them taking a big straight line guy because they have 2 of them already pretty much. And then we'll go to tackle. Definitely not any of these top guys, but someone maybe like Proctor, Jennings Dunker later. I heard they met with Markel Bell. He's a left tackle, 6'9", 345.
That's the same build as Amarius Mims.
Dude's jumbo. He's bigger. That's some of the tackle guys. I think they're going to focus more on interior.
Yeah, which is going to be
Vega
Penn State.
Vega Wane, if he's there at 2021, I think that's what the pick's going to be.
But honestly, I feel like my biggest thing with that is if he's there. But they have draft capital.
I think they're going to move
up. I feel like
up.
they should utilize it. Exactly.
They're either going to move up for a receiver or him.
Because I feel like those receivers can go pretty quick.
And then another position of need, I think, is a free range safety. And the only ones I know of in round 1 is Dylan Thieneman
and McNeil Warren.
McNeil Warren, yeah. And I don't think Thieneman's going to be there at 21. He's crawling up.
I think he'll be there.
Into that 15 range.
I think he'll be there.
And McNeil Warren's there pretty often, but that might be a little rich.
Here's my biggest thing. I feel like where the Steelers are now with like how their team's built, I feel like they have to go BPA though. That's kind of what I'm seeing. So if any one of these guys we named are there, then snag them.
Agreed. I don't think they'd spend that high of a pick on a free range safety unless it was probably Thieneman, because they did bring in Brisker, and they have who was the other one? Elliott. And they brought in the other one too. I forget his name. Darnell Savage. But I don't know. Right. I don't know too much about some of these safeties down the board. But I wouldn't be shocked if they take a safety that's more of a free safety fit. I don't know too much.
So Caleb Downs slides.
He's a box safety. So
yeah. He's also got an injury history.
Got that jacked up knee or whatever.
But there was also another kind of position group that I kind of touched on already, which was the D tackles. So there's 2 guys that I was kind of looking at myself, which was Dominique Orange and Caden McDonald. Those are the 2 guys that I was kind of keeping an eye on.
Dale Jackson Jr. is a nose tackle too, out of Florida State. Yeah, I was gonna say I think they have plenty at regular D end to tackle with Hayward, Benton, and
Harmon.
And they brought in Joseph Day, nose tackle. He can play other spots too.
Yeah, nice little veteran presence along with Cam Hayward. So I think that'll be a pretty nice little rotation they have there. But it wouldn't hurt to have depth because I feel like we always have D tackles going down left and right. So that would not hurt at all.
Yeah, and I think the most important hole on this team is obviously quarterback right now because nothing's set in stone. But I also think linebacker. Linebacker play has been pretty, to be frank, piss poor.
And I bet you I can name the 2 players you're thinking of right now.
Like C.J. Allen and Jacob Rodriguez probably. Jake Golday.
You got one of them. You just hit both.
You know, Sonny Styles would be nice, but
he's not.
I don't think it's realistic. He's gonna go top 8 probably.
I honestly like Trotter though. I feel like him or Rodriguez would be pretty good, but I also thought it was pretty cool that Rodriguez had Heisman votes.
Yeah,
that kind of shows you how his play was down at Texas Tech. So.
I do think this this linebacker class is like pretty deep. I could see them going linebacker on day 2 for sure, especially with how many picks they have.
Mm-hmm.
We hired like a Texas Tech linebackers coach.
We did.
Or something,
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Maybe we could grab him.
But I feel like we could move up day 2 a bunch of times. I mean, we have
12 picks, so
3
total.
3 third-round picks, and
maybe you see Caleb Johnson get traded on draft day too.
Pick up a running back. I don't really know too much about the running backs in this class. But also
there's Jeremiah Love in it. Freaking.
That's just it. But
all the way down.
I also had some quarterbacks, just food for a thought.
I got some too.
I know everyone's like, oh, Garrett Nussmeier's not all that. I think the Steelers could take a look at him late. Drew Aller, Cole Payton, late round guy from North Dakota State. He's got a decent frame for.
They might try and do what they did with Oak State, with getting Washington, and then they grabbed Rudolph the next round.
Yeah.
Got Trey Lance, and then Cole Payton. Cole Payton's a lefty, so that's got some question marks there. What's the you think of North Dakota State quarterbacks? You think of the last 2? I know who they are.
Carson
Wentz. Okay. He played okay. Then you got Trey Lance.
Well, I feel like Trey Lance never really got a chance.
Cole Payton's probably going to go around 5, so it's honestly not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Would you take him at round 5?
Yeah, 5 or 6. I think I like Aller better in 3.
I feel like even Nussmeier can go in 3 or even 2. I feel like he could sneak up into 2.
I like these guys with bigger frames.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the Steelers.
And supposedly they like Carson Beck.
I swear to God.
To the sloth.
I swear to God. I may crash out if.
Yeah, I saw him get drafted in a mock draft recently. But yeah, I like Aller and probably just Cole Payton and Mendoza. That's probably about it.
Well, here's my thing. I feel like with a McCarthy-style offense, Cole Payton could do something, but I just don't know if the talent's there.
Yeah. Well,
because I can't say that I watched North Dakota State football religiously. So.
Well, we'll see because they're obviously going to take someone round 1 next year, and Rodgers is probably going to be back. So if you think about it, if they know Rodgers is going to be back, and they're not going to spend a high pick because then they're going to have to cut Rudolph.
And they're paying him what, like $7 million?
Granted, he didn't look. Honestly, I think they might do that anyways because Rudolph didn't look that good, and then they'll probably just be like, Howard, you're the backup. And that's probably what's going to happen.
Will Howard season, man. I'm trying to tell everybody, Will Howard should start. Give him a little game or 2.
He can start the preseason. I'm fine with that. But yeah, we'll see what goes on with some of these fits. My favorite fits are probably Jordan Tyson and Lemon at receiver, and then Thieneman somehow if he's there. And obviously Vega Wane, that's probably the best.
I feel like
fit of them all.
Lemon's going to be a character issue all over again.
We'll see.
You know how the Steelers are. They're a diva factory.
Who knows? I'm curious to see, quite frankly. But we're going to get this mock draft rolling here on my screen. There we go. All right. So we got this mock draft rolling. All right, we're picking up at 21 here with the Steelers.
So who do we have on? Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at how the board fell.
This board fell. Jeremiah Love it, too, as if they just franchised Tech Brees Hall. So good. I mean, he's going to be gone anyways, but still. And then, see, Thieneman went at 12. He's been moving up. Mekhi Lemon at 16.
The Ravens getting Kenyon Sadiq. That makes no sense, but okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they just paid.
They paid Mark Andrews, but they lost the other guy.
They lost Likely, which I thought Likely.
No, there's someone I wanted to grab.
See, hold up. I forgot to even mention this. I feel like the Steelers should also, try to see if they can grab a cornerback just for depth. I know we got a,
Yes,
decent amount,
sometimes this corner class is actually pretty deep.
just down the board.
So we'll see where that goes. So right here, we're pretty much in between two guys, I'd say. Tyson and Warren. I think Tyson's probably just a better value pick here.
I agree with you. I think
I think
pick
our
here
last
should be Tyson.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. I feel like the guys the Steelers always get, there's always a guy even better. I feel like that always happens in these drafts.
Who's the guy that's always better? I mean, that's how it always works in these drafts.
Steelers could have had Jalen Hurts. Then who do they pick? And
Chase Claypool?
Yes, they could have had Jalen Hurts.
Claypool's back. I mean, I don't think Hurts anything special.
He's dang better than what we've had.
Oh, yeah. But, who knows what he'd have with Matt Canada as his quarterback. But, yeah, we got Jordan Tyson here. I think that's going to be the move. Let's just hope he can stay healthy. All right, so we take Tyson there at 21.
Omar Cooper went at 20.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, now we're picking back up here at 53. And what do we got here?
Oh, you know what? Chris Brazell, the second.
Chris Brazzell? Dude's gonna go another receiver.
No. I'm not saying like pick him, but he's got some height and he's got some speed.
Mm-hmm.
So Jennings Dunker.
And I think that's probably our pick here. I think he's a guy. Iowa O-line. They usually pan out decently well. And I don't know if you've seen a picture of this guy. He looks like quite the character. He's a ginger. He got the ginger mullet. I think he's got like a mustache.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be like a Pittsburgh legend already.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull him up here.
Though with the Steelers losing a few tight ends, I don't think that picking a tight end will be too bad in this draft either. Because it just can't be Washington.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll share that real quick. There we go. We got Jennings Dunker here. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. He looks like a Yinzer.
Yep. He's got the black and gold on already too. So.
You know what?
I think that's going to be our pick. That's going to be our grab here. We're going to grab Jennings Dunker. I'm pretty sure he profiles in to play guard as well. Yeah, he can play guard for sure. He's got some size. We need a guard or a tackle, and I think he can flip on either. So we're going to grab Jennings Dunker here at 53.
Man.
And let's see what the board blesses us with next.
Oh, I just saw Dom Orange go early round 3. Wow. Did he? Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Who are you talking about? Dom Orange?
Dominique Orange.
Where at?
Go down to the Texans.
Right here, defensive interior.
That's like the last thing I would want to see. The Texans getting another piece for their defense.
Defense, yeah. Anybody notable go off the
Trotter
board?
went.
Yeah, we're losing out on some linebackers. They might be all gone. But we will see what we have left. See if we can pick up from the crumbs.
Kyle Louis out of Pitt. I think that would be a pretty good pick. He looked pretty decent in his combine.
That might be what the pick is here. For some reason, they have running back as a need. I think that's hilarious.
I'd say go with Kyle Louis.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably our best option here. So I don't really think we need. We got Keelan Rutledge here, but we kind of just grafted a guy that can move around. So I think with how this depth chart's moving around, with the question marks with Patrick Queen. Unless, what do you think? Are you thinking nose tackle or another linebacker? Because I'm in between Jackson and Kyle Lewis now.
Can you go to Jackson's profile?
Yeah, sure. He's a big dude.
Oh, he is a pretty big guy though. Honestly,
I think with how the depth chart is,
I'd say go with Louis.
I agree. Yeah, because we just brought in Joseph Day.
Yeah.
We still have
and there's still guys
Y.A.
down
Black.
the board. Which I want to see him turn a corner this year.
We're gonna grab Kyle Lewis here at 76. All right, now we're at 85. Now here.
Now I feel like this is where we could potentially grab either a safety
or probably another receiver.
A line. Oh yeah, is Fields still there? Yes, he is.
Malachi Fields. I'm not liking the value. here. I kind of like Ted Hurst.
Can you go to the tight ends? I know this may be a reach, but yeah, no. Okay.
Who, for Michael Trigg?
Yeah, no.
He's got some character issues. You don't want another James Pierce Jr.
No, you don't.
You do not want that.
Let's go to safety.
So here I'm thinking,
what's up with this Ramsey guy here?
I don't know too much of his scouting report. I don't know if he's a free safety, strong safety kind of build.
Yeah. Well,
I don't have too much knowledge on some of these down the board safeties, so maybe
I'm just kind of getting the feeling that we should go safety just for, kind of roster reasons, but also...
Okay, well, he's a free safety.
He is? Okay.
Yes. So here, we're pretty much in between him and I'd say...
What's up with Anthony Hill? That's kind of what I want to look at here.
Another linebacker. Yeah, he's a big dude.
Oh, he is. That would be nice, but
I'd say go with
Ramsey.
With Ramsey here. All right. Oh, almost drafted the wrong dude. Okay.
I could see potential trade. Oh, 90.
All right, here's where we're at.
You know what?
So we're pretty much in between.
No.
Ted Hurst is gone, so I think we go. Is that what we were thinking? Is that consensus?
I'm not gonna lie. Wait. I'd say go with Drew Aller.
That's what I was thinking. We'll see who else on the board, but that's who we'll go with for now. You got Markel Bell or Drew Aller, and we kind of already grabbed.
Can you look at Nussmeier's intangibles? I forget how tall he is.
He's 6'1".
Ugh, yeah, and he's almost 25. Yep, Drew Aller.
We'll pull him up for that. Yeah, 6'5", 235, 22. All right, pretty easy pick here. And Drew Aller's a Pittsburgh Steeler.
That's perfect.
Now let's see what PFF gives our draft. Bottom 35%.
Kyle Louis, a C.
A C, yes. They don't think we need linebacker. I kind of think we do. We'll see what goes. You could see Patrick Queen get moved on draft day.
They gave Drew Aller that
A-.
So.
Yeah. I like this. I'm cool with this mock draft here.
Yeah, I am too. But I feel like they could definitely make some sort of trade with one of those picks.
We don't have money, so. We're not paying for PFF Plus. We don't have any trades here. But yeah, I do like this draft. I like this here.
I think it's pretty solid. I mean, I feel like we hit home all the needs that are glaring right now. And
yeah. If anything, I could see them taking receiver in this range, in this round 3 area.
Yeah.
Just because they have 3 picks there, or they'll move around. Who knows?
So I don't know why they're not high on Louis though. It's
just because they don't think we need linebacker.
PFF. What do they know?
They don't think we need linebacker, but yeah, that's our 3-round mock draft. I'm content with that. I think it's pretty good. Obviously, it's not going to show like that, later next month, but a little food for thought. And now, move on to our one question here. What's your favorite QB fit for the Steelers? What do you got? It could be a rookie. It could be someone on the roster. It could be Aaron Rodgers.
It's not that man. I think.
Also, let me note something. Justin Fields got traded to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
while we were off.
That was very.
That was funny.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Watch, he's gonna get a Super Bowl
as a backup. I don't care about that. But he'll probably start for
Steelers legend
weeks.
Chris Aludikin has 2?
He has a freaking third-string quarterback. I don't care.
But I have 2 guys, and they kind of have the similar build.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Aller and Will Howard.
There you go.
Those are my 2, ideal fits for a Steelers quarterback. Growing up, we had Big Ben. Always had, a bigger quarterback.
Yeah.
Strong arm guy.
We had Little Wilson 2 years ago.
Don't get me started on Russell Wilson. But I feel like they both fit the mold of a Steelers quarterback that at least I know from the era of football I've been watching. And I feel like they both can, fit in a Mike McCarthy offense. Mm-hmm. So I'd be willing to, see one of those 2 guys or, kind of like a bigger build quarterback. But I also wouldn't mind seeing a guy like, don't hate me, Carter, but Garrett Nussmeier, I wouldn't mind. If he's there, I'd say take him. But that's kind of where I'm going. I'm leaning more towards Aller and Howard.
Yeah, I'm definitely more of a fan of these bigger guys. Best fit right now, with how this team's set up, and I know what the ownership wants. It's going to be Rodgers. They want to win now. They want the veteran presence. They want someone with experience. And, Howard, Zilch, Drew Aller, no experience. So I think it's going to have to come down to Rodgers. And here's what I think. If Rodgers doesn't want to come back, yikes.
He's too busy talking about his freaking wife on the McAfee show. He needs to,
Yeah. Well, I guess AJ Hawksman texted him saying, hey, you got to go play Pittsburgh, blah, blah, blah. So that might steer him away, actually. So
that's my thing.
Might be counterproductive.
Well, we were watching the McAfee show. You remember he was talking about AJ Hawk and how, AJ Hawk was having technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
Came back, was like, so you come out of Pittsburgh, Rodgers was like, mute his mic or something like that. So.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. If it's not gonna be Rodgers, I'm curious as to what the outlook is on the season, because I think that's the only person they think they can win a Super Bowl with.
Because they can't roll with Rudolph. I feel like
no,
Rudolph's serviceable, barely serviceable.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe Howard, Aller, draft the guy.
Yeah, it'd be an experiment season, so who knows? Who knows what would go on?
Like you said last year, it's got to get worse before it gets better. So if we have to go with the worst quarterback, not the worst quarterback, but like if we have to go with a quarterback who doesn't have like the resume Rodgers does, so be it.
We got our hot takes. I've kind of hinted at mine a little bit. I think it's not really much of a hot take or a secret, but I think the Steelers are going to be pretty active on draft day, making trades. And I think at least one name that you'll see get traded is Patrick Queen.
Whoa.
Yes. And then linebacker is going to move up their board. You might see someone like C.J. Allen out of Georgia be their first-round pick. But I do think they're going to trade Patrick Queen to move up in some sorts, whether if it's move up in the first round, acquire a second or third-round pick. And I would throw out the hot take of, Caleb Johnson, but I think that is probably too hard to predict right now. There's been a lot of smoke around Patrick Queen for like the past month or two about him not being on the team anymore.
And his cryptic messages on Twitter, you know how that goes.
Exactly. But yeah, that's my thing. I think Patrick Queen's going to get moved for some sort of draft capital. Hopefully they bring in some linebacker that's capable, because we haven't had one for the past couple of years.
Well, I feel like the last capable, linebacker we had was, Shazier?
Probably, yeah.
Shazier and, when they had Lawrence Timmons back in, 2015, 2014. That's been almost 11 years that the Steelers have had a, solid
bad
linebacker.
Setup, yeah.
So,
or they've had a bad setup since then, yeah.
But this is kind of more looking towards the future, I feel like a lot of people are just writing the Steelers off. They're like, these guys are going to be the bottom of the AFC North or, this or that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way the Steelers are set up now, I feel like they have improved on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive side of the ball, they're looking a little shaky, but I feel like through the draft, they can make the necessary moves to kind of propel them forward, especially with a new system. I feel like the Steelers should not be counted out right now. That's kind of where I'm going with it, because anything can happen. Anything.
Yeah, it's NFL. Week to week, as anything can happen. As you can see with the Steelers losing the Browns in week, whatever was that, 17 or whatever.
Well, they just didn't want Myles Garrett to get a sack. I think that's how they were playing. They were playing scared.
Oh, almost forgot. I saw this report out. Mike Tomlin's getting
Fox.
He's getting agents to negotiate these deals to do some sports stuff. So
honestly, I think that'll fit him well.
Yeah, we'll see what he has to say about the Steelers. Be curious.
That's gonna be interesting. He might be my favorite broadcaster now.
Yeah, I've had enough of it. If I ever saw Mike Tomlin, I wouldn't be like, oh, I hate that guy, blah blah blah. But I think I've had enough of it as a Steeler fan. He's been the head coach for the Steelers my whole life, so I've had enough of the Tomlinisms in regard to the Steelers. But he can say all this nonsense on
pots and pans, something. I don't know. But
if my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle. Yeah, whatever.
There's one with pots and pans and spoons or something like that.
Yeah,
I completely forgot what it was, but
you can't eat soup with a fork.
I think that's
a meme though. I don't know if that's real.
You know what? We need to have a segment dedicated to ranking the top 5 Tomlinisms.
That would sounds like a plan for next week. But that's going to wrap it up for our episode here today. And, had some nice technical difficulties with the board. But
per usual.
Now we're rolling. So we will talk to you next week.
See ya.